Today we are giving you our top 4 films about journalism. So yeah, we've recently done a crime top 4. We've done a sci-fi top 4. Yeah, we wanted to do another little, I suppose it's a genre, but this one's more of like a certain topic, and that is, yeah, journalism. So there's some pretty good films about journalism out there. So yeah, we wanted to try and narrow down our favourites to 4. We have a couple honourable mentions afterwards as well, because, you know, sometimes we struggle to get it down to 4. So we have to have a few stragglers behind. But yeah, let's not dwell on it too much. This will be in no particular order, just the 4 as a group. Poppy, would you like to start us off?
I would love to.
Brilliant.
I will start us off by just quickly saying that the crime video that we filmed is why we did this one. We have not included it, but Zodiac is the reason.
Yes.
So just wanted to put that out there.
Shout out to Zodiac.
We are going to start with She Said, which was directed by Maria Schrader.
In your previous stories,
How did you persuade women to tell you what had happened to them?
The case I made was, I can't change what happened to you in the past, but together we may be able to help protect other people. The truth, basically.
We watched this... No?
I was more shaking my head of like, what an amazing film.
Oh,
sorry.
Sorry, no, I
Do
thought
proceed.
I did something wrong. This film was phenomenal. We wanted to watch it when it first came out. It was one of those things where we didn't manage to see it in the cinema, and then it kind of disappeared. But the second we spotted it, and we were in the mood, we put it on and we just fell in love. This film is about Harvey Weinstein and men like him and all the NDAs and all the shit that girls have to deal with. And it's fucking amazing.
It's people speaking out, and a couple of journalists trying to get and encourage everyone to speak out, because they realise that so many stories are matching up, and this guy is just at large, literally just, doing horrible, like, unspeakable things to people. And Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan play the leads, and they are amazing in this film.
Based on a true story, right? Like every single thing.
Yeah, right. So it was a like strong, like I don't know what I'm trying to say. It was very like the timing of this film and everything, with like how recent this stuff kind of was and how relevant this was in the industry. It's a, you know, ballsy move, you know, coming out and making this film, real people's stories. Rightly so, these people deserve to have their stories told and expose the pigs at the top. But yeah, this was incredible. We were on the edge of our seat the entire time. Something I love about journalism films is that it can be so suspenseful.
It is really,
like,
it's crazy.
I find myself sat on the edge of my seat all the time.
More than an action film, I have found.
Very much. I find them way more entertaining, way more gripping, because it's all like, you know, the idea is the discovering new parts of a story, and like when this part of the story links up with this part, and then it creates a whole new meaning. It's like, oh my god, like it just creates so much like
holy shit.
Yeah, so much holy shit. Speaking of holy shit, our next film is Spotlight, directed by Tom McCarthy.
The Boston priests molested kids in 6 different parishes over the last 30 years. The church found out about it and did nothing. We haven't committed any long-term investigative resources to the case.
No, we haven't.
And that's the kind of thing your team would do.
Spotlight?
On the topic of exposing awful people,
Sorry,
take it away.
That was the best transition to a film I've had on this channel yet. Right. So this film is kind of the reason we watched She Said, because
it is,
we both loved Spotlight so much. Like everything we just said about the intensity, edge of your seat, like it's so gripping. This was like the first proper one to really grip us in that way. And yes, it is about trying to uncover a load of unsavory stories of priests and stuff molesting children. So obviously made our jokes at the beginning
maybe
here,
we
but
shouldn't
this
be
is
so
actually very
lighthearted.
serious. And the film is does take it very seriously, and some outstanding performances from Mark Ruffalo, Michael Keaton, Rachel McAdams. Like, it's just
Heartbreaking.
it really is. It's truly tragic to see how many people brush these kind of things under the carpet, and people turning a blind eye because they don't want to upset certain groups of people in society. But it's like, well,
the shit's
do you
happening.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't hide the truth. Do you know what I mean? So this film is so good at it. I keep seeing there's a monologue that Mark Ruffalo does in it, and it gets shared around to this day constantly, because it's like he's not even acting, he is just speaking out personally about all of this stuff. And yeah, this was one of those films that just, the more you uncover, the more you're sickened, the more intense the film gets. It's truly an incredible film, and I'd say it's probably one of the best journalism films out there. Obviously, it's made it into our top 4, but I would probably put this one at the top of the ladder for most.
It has everything you want and more, like all the suspense, all the drama, all the heartbreak, and the acting is just incredible.
Yeah.
So, can't really ask for much more. So it's so moving to watch films about serious subjects and have them never ever hide and shy away from the subject material. They're like, this is the trauma, this is what people have been through, and now we're gonna fully show it.
Yeah.
Because the people deserve to have their voices heard. I think that's very special.
Definitely.
Next up we have Nightcrawler, directed by Dan Gilroy.
I'm starting a TV news business.
You, get back!
I film breaking stories. Maybe you saw my item this morning, you were fatal carjacking.
No, I mean, I don't have a TV.
Do you have a cell phone?
Yeah.
Does it have GPS?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're hired.
Okay.
So this is a different kind of journalism film. It's leaning more on the negative side of journalism, where people do bad shit and try and record it, essentially.
Take advantage of situations.
Taking advantage, yeah, that's a good way.
Yeah.
The lead is great. You've got Jake Gyllenhaal, and he's just incredible throughout this film. He's very intense, very Fox-like, just a sly, get under the grittiness of journalism kind of character.
He definitely should have got an Oscar nomination for this
Yes.
film. He is intense. He lost loads of weight for this as well, because he wanted to look like he wanted to have a coyote look to himself, like
Worked.
ravaging around and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, he is. Yeah, it's about someone who realizes that there is some money in, action photography. I don't know what it's called, but when you rush. I've completely
It's like breaking news photography, right?
Yeah, it's the types of people, the camera crews and stuff, that are going round to all the accidents and breaking news events that are happening everywhere, and they're trying to get the footage to sell to the news channel companies and stuff. And yeah, they usually work freelance. Sometimes they work for channels and stuff, but yeah, they go and record footage of events that happen to sell them off to them. And he realizes that there is some money in that, and decides to just push his luck further and further throughout the film. And yeah, basically breaking loads of ethical rules, and
Yeah, Jesus.
doesn't tend to follow many of them. But yeah, just some diabolical behaviour from him. Riz Ahmed's really, really good in it as well. He plays a great audience surrogate, really, alongside Jake Gyllenhaal's chaotic performance.
Right.
But yeah, if you've heard of this film, I'm sure you are aware how good, Jake Gyllenhaal is in this film, how good the film is as well. Yeah, not much else to say about it, really. It's just, like Poppy said, very different to the other two.
The pacing and filmmaking in this one is insane too.
Yeah, some
Just-
beautiful cinematography. Cool, and last but not least on this list, we have Civil War, directed by Alex Garland.
We're moving to DC today.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death.
As you may know, if you've watched one of our first videos on this channel, so you might not know, but Civil War is one of my favourite films. It's in my top 4 on Letterboxd. I absolutely loved this film when I saw it in the cinema. I've watched it, I think, 4 times in the cinema when it came out. And yeah, I think it is an amazing film about a group of journalists trying to make their way from New York City to Washington to get an interview with the President of the United States during the middle of a civil war there.
Rather fitting.
Rather fitting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of heavily around, you know, the photographers in terms of that side of the photography side of journalism, but it showcases the intensity of like war photographers,
yeah,
and people that put themselves right in the middle of like a war zone, right in the middle of danger, to get the perfect shots, and like the effects of what that can do to a person, how you have to make yourself numb to so much in life. And my favourite part about this film is the dynamic between Kirsten Dunst and Kaylee Spaney, the young photographer starting out, and like someone who's established in their craft and stuff, and the different effects that they have, the situations that get thrown their way at the beginning and how differently they react, and then the balance that kind of like switches throughout, where you kind of have one having seen so much and gone through so much that it's kind of pushing them to breaking point, and the other trying to grow that thick skin and really start their career. I just think it's amazing. I love the dynamic of all of them going. I think it's a very powerful film, it's very relevant, and yeah, Alex Garland is one of the best filmmakers out there.
He really is, yeah.
Yeah, love this film. So those were our 4 favourite journalism films. Yeah, there they were. That was like hard to pick those 4 because there's so many good journalism films. So naturally we've got a few honourable mentions for you. And they are?
They are Official Secrets.
Cute little British film that is, again, intense. Keira Knightley,
Matt Smith,
Rhys Ifans.
Yes.
I'm not sure who else right now because that was just off the top of my head.
It was so fun, yeah.
Yeah, really good one.
Really intense. You got Almost Famous, which we watched last year and we immediately fell in love with.
Absolute classic.
We love everything music. We love everything about this film. Just eats.
That was like fighting with Nightcrawler to try and get it in, but because we've seen Nightcrawler more, we had more to say about that one.
Yeah. Then we got Shattered Glass.
Shattered Glass.
You did a recommendation on.
Yeah, I did. Hayden Christensen film early on in his career. Really good. Again, a weird side of journalism where it's about him kind of like faking stories.
Exploiting. That's the word I was thinking of.
Probably trying to figure out a word earlier for ages, trying to use it as part of the review, but at least you got around here. Yes. Hayden Christensen in that film exploiting.
Yes.
Well, Stephen Glass he plays, exploiting, you know, news things to create his own sort of stories and stuff, and that slowly getting exposed.
Yeah.
So yeah, those were a few of the honourable mentions that we wanted to add in here as well, just to say that they are really good as well if you haven't seen those.
Cool, so those were our journalism films, our top 4 and a couple honourable mentions. Let us know what your favourites are. What are the films that make you just like really like delve in deep to journalism?
Yeah. Cool, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and give us a subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thank you so much for watching.